Welcome to Building Fortunes Radio. Make sure you check us out at buildingfortunesradio.com. Along with our marketing partners, we're here to help our PM Marketing Network Lead customers build their businesses and make the world a better place. At Building Fortunes, we know how much your business means to you and the people important to you. So spread the word, tell a friend, join our newsletter, and go make a difference in your world. Now on to our show with your host, Peter Mingils.
Hello, everyone. Peter Mingils here. You are listening to us on the Coach Gaymon radio show on the Building Fortunes Radio Network. We do this radio show every Monday, and we post it on buildingfortunesradio.com/Coach Gaymon. But if you go to CoachGaymon.com directly, you'll be able to see us up on the top of that screen, on the top of that website. So Coach is a gentleman who's been around for a long time, personally, and for the home-based business arena for decades. And he's had great levels of success in all different types of companies, and he just really wants to help as many people as he possibly can to be able to have the opportunity that he's been afforded in this wonderful industry, particularly now with all the challenges. And there's always been a reason for people to join home-based businesses, network marketing companies specifically, but there seems to be more of a reason now than ever before, especially for a lot of people that want to be able to control more of their own destiny. So CoachGaymon.com is where you'll go, and he's talking about a couple of different things on that website. But the most important thing is that you want to work with people that are going to shoot you straight, give you the integrity that you need to be able to make the right decisions, be with you to help guide you during, the minutia of what it's like to effectively build a home-based business sometimes, be on your side, all that sort of good stuff. So you need a really great person to get you started, and there is no one better than Coach Gaymon. So CoachGaymon.com, we're here to talk about whatever we're going to talk about on a Monday. And as he's got this going on, he's got some great websites. We'll make sure we sprinkle those in too. So grab a pen, as they say, or somewhat other note-taking devices, or just make a commitment to remember the domain name and then go back and listen in with some note-taking devices, and then join and work with Coach Gaymon, and by extension, working with us too. So thanks for being here, Coach Gaymon, on your Building Fortunes radio show.
All right. Hey, Peter, it's good to be back. I really want to share some pearls with people today. I call this the Coach Gaymon Network Show because it's targeted for people who are experienced networkers, those that are interested in networking, and those who need the information to get started in networking. I want to do a little bit of housekeeping today. By usually I start before I give my spiel. I like to tell people. I like to implant this thought in their thinking, because being that it's the beginning of the year and we have a new administration coming in, I like to start people off by thinking how to get rid of their. I'm going to be particular about it. Let's get rid of your credit card debt. Most of people that are in debt is basically because of all those credit cards that they lived on the last 10 to 20 years. I heard an interesting discussion over the weekend. This guy became a money millionaire. In other words, not just on paper, he became a literal money millionaire. But he started off by eliminating his credit cards first. He had a string of credit cards. Let's say. And he gave this example. Let's say if you have 3 credit cards, starting from the one that has the most on that card to the one that has the least on that card, what he did, he said he paid off the smallest one first. Some people said, well, why didn't you pay off the big one first? No, you pay off the smaller one first because you can eliminate that the fastest. Therefore, you will start to get the enthusiasm for what you're doing the fastest. And then once you eliminate that smallest one, then take the money that you were paying every month on that card and add it to card number 2 and then card number 3. And before he knew it, he was out of debt. And using that principle, he's become a cash millionaire. Now, I would add one thing that I didn't hear him say. Once you eliminate those cards, because people say, well, you still need your card in certain instances, when you travel or, at the grocery stores. Well, just use debit cards. It has the same logo, Visa logo on it. It's accepted as if it were a credit card, but it's your money now, and you can only spend what's on that card. So literally you would never have to go in debt card-wise anymore. And you can take that same philosophy and apply it to other things in your life, your automobiles or whatever it is, your house, even your homes. But I thought that was an amazing way for the average person to get started on his journey to wealth. Now, where I come in as a network, I've been in the network marketing business since 1976. And I was so excited when I saw that there was another business model other than the 9 to 5, 40-hour week, 40 years, and the $40 watch at the end. I just couldn't see myself ever in that little box of life that had no. I felt suffocated by just thinking of the idea of being trapped like that throughout my lifetime. But I would say, but for those of you who are even still on your jobs, everyone needs a home-based business network, because that home-based business network for the person that still has a job, and now remember, jobs are going to be not as plentiful in the future, because you got AI is already here. AI is delivering pizzas. It's doing a lot of things. I use AI in my home with Alexa and Google, all these things. AI is already here, so it's eliminating jobs, and it may create a few at the same time, but there won't be as many people needed in the future. So think about AI coming, and also with an economy that is in deficit, there are going to be a lot of cutbacks, starting with the government and probably even a private enterprise, because things will be shrinking. The pie will start to shrink. And I will encourage everybody, even the job-oriented person, to start with a home-based business as the one that we're going to talk about today, Engage Global, because immediately this year in 2025, you will start to realize tax write-offs based on that home-based business that you have never seen before. You couldn't see that as a wage earner, because they only give you so much to you're limited in your write-offs. But this is how to get more write-offs, so that once you have applied these new write-offs to your present income, there's less taxes to pay. So immediately, by setting up your home-based business for pennies on the dollar, you start to save money. And in my world, saving money is just as good as making money. So let's start with that home-based business, looking at the tax benefits first. And then what I would like to share with everybody, once you come aboard with Engage Global, which is my home-based business, I've always been in the health industry, because your health is your real wealth. So once you decide to come with me into that, we're going to show you how to immediately start making money in Engage Global, because it has a very unique business model that once you come in, and network marketing is based on sharing the good news with others and getting paid for it by your link. So as soon as you start sharing that link, immediately upon the first person who decides to join you and take a subscription with our products, you get up to $260 immediately. If the sale is $260 or less, you get the total amount. You get half now. That's money in the bank this coming Thursday. And at the end of 90 days, you will receive the other half of that $260 or whatever it may be. So you always have money in hand and money coming, and that compounds as the number of people you sign up and the number of people they sign up. And then what I like about this marketing plan, not only do you get paid that first money, which is free money, But once you have 3 people who are business builders and with your customers, you're paid on all volumes created down to infinity. In the network marketing business world, that is unheard of. This is a way to quickly cash flow yourself, become healthy at the same time, and you will see, as I did in my first month. If you take this seriously, I made thousands of dollars based on the formula I just gave you. It never cost me but one time of less than $200 out of pocket based on what I just told you. So if any of you can kind of get a wind of that concept, please get in touch with me. You can call me directly, Coach Gaymon, at 240-524-2486. So let's just review what we just did. First of all, I showed you how to do housekeeping by getting out of debt with those credit cards. This is going to free up the money that you're going to need to set up your engaged global business. And like I said, it's for less than $200 you're in business. And when you sign up your first 2 to 3 people, you're in profit. So we've already come out of the hole really swinging if we take this advice and move on it. So network marketing can easily, with a little, I tell people, what you focus on expands. Most people, the reason why they don't get as much out of whatever they're doing is because their thoughts are scattered. And I learned years ago, thought is like light. If you come into a room and you cut on a light switch, that's called dispersed light. That light goes throughout that room to light up that room. Now, that's putting out enough energy for that room, but you can take that same electricity that you use to turn on that switch. If you brought all that energy into a point, that's what we call a laser. And when that energy is concentrated to that single point, then that laser, that same light, can burn through steel. So it's all about focus and focusing on the right thing, because remember, whatever you focus on, good or bad, expands. And in a network marketing world, everything we do is increasing at all times, because it's like a seed. If we take one apple seed and plant that seed, and we do it in the proper way and plant it in the proper earth with nutrients and cover it up and water it occasionally, that one apple seed will grow up to be an apple tree, and once that apple tree has produced that fruit, let's say one apple, if you cut that apple in half, it will never be one seed in any of those apples. There will be 5, 10, or even more seeds. And as those seeds and as those apples hit the ground, some will be harvested, but the ones that rot and go back into the earth with those seeds, well, that's what becomes the forest of the earth. That's what the covering. That's how we have so many trees, and I call it the covering that the earth needs. And it all can start with one seed. Likewise, this is how your network marketing company will grow. Once you make the decision that I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of getting the same old thing and getting less and less all the time, once you come into the network marketing business world with me, we're gonna start with you. We're gonna implant in you the right information, the right techniques, and within that week, I guarantee you, if you're a teachable person, you will start earning money within the first day to the first up to the first week that we're working together, by providing you're following the simple instructions that I'll give you right away. So it's just a matter of making up your mind, being focused, and getting with me so I can give you these instructions to move forward. Peter, can you add anything to what I just said?
No, all great stuff. Let's take our commercial break, and then we'll continue this conversation because this is a good one for people to listen to. So we're going to be right back. You'll listen to Coach Gaymon on the Building Fortunes Radio Network.
Thanks for listening to Building Fortunes Radio. If you sell a product or service, then you should check out PM Marketing's NetworkLeads.com. Just visit www.networkleads.com. For over 18 years, PM Marketing has helped distributors build their home-based businesses through lead generation, website development, automated email delivery systems, and sales training. If you're looking for a way to increase your skills and increase the number of people that see your product or opportunity, NetworkLeads.com can help. To learn more, visit www.networkleads.com. Ask about their lead management system, capture pages, personalized websites, MLM training, humongous blogs, the humongous classified ad network, Building Fortunes Radio, or their webinar schedule. NetworkLeads.com can be your one-stop shop for everything you need. And now, back to our show.
And we're back. Peter Mingils here with Coach Gaymon. CoachGaymon.com is one of the websites you can check out. I know he's got some other ones as well. I know foodforlife.us is one of the ones you can go to as well to hear about Engage Global. And, Coach, let's carry on.
All right. So, just think about what we just discussed. So it really depends on you. There's time out for excuses. I say excuses, that's the biggest problem that any one man has is excuses. And in my world, I say excuses will not be tolerated in lieu of performance. And I also share with people, I call it my 595 Club. And people say, well, what is that? Well, if you ever have a problem in your life, I don't care what it is, business, social, religious, or whatever, let's spend 5% of our time or our focus, and we just discussed focus, how important that is. Spend 5% of your focus time on identifying what that problem is. Once we identify what the problem is, that's the 5%, and then spend 95% of your focus on the solution. You can solve any problem if you use that formula. And so if you decide today that you're going to use that formula throughout the year, you are a honorary member of our 595 Club. But that's a simple formula to correct any problem that you have in your life. Always think about identifying the problem and 5% of the time, and 95% of the time, let's discuss the solution. Asking the universe, or let's say by asking why. This is why it's good to not stop your children when they ask you the question, why? Why is this? Why is that? Why will always demand an answer. And that's how things work in this world. If you identify the problem, ask why, and then let's look at the solution. Now, as I said, I've been in network marketing a long time. I'm particularly excited about what I'm doing today. To me, it's the culmination of what I was looking not only in finances but in the health field. I found a company called Engage Global a few years ago. I didn't need the income at the time, but I did need solutions to my own health problems. I was having neuropathy in all 10 toes. My eyesight was just going haywire. My eyes were burning, big floaters. I had big floaters and all of that. It even gave me more energy once I discovered these fantastic products that were created by Dr. Kedar Prasad, who is the first biological radiation PhD in the world. Just a hint to all that's out there doing several different things in the health field. I found that by going with the credentials in the health field was the best thing that I ever discovered, because a lot of companies have a lot of products out here, but who has done the research? Who has put the time, research, and effort into coming up with the right combinations and the quantities of these nutrients that you need to satisfy the needs of your body? Well, Dr. Prasad did that, Like I said, he's the first PhD in biological radiation. He started as a child. He was very prolific as a child, and his father in India set aside some money for his tutors. He was a home study student because his father saw how brilliant he was, and he didn't want that destroyed by the system they were in over there. So he got these 5 tutors, and by the time he was tutored at home and he went to school, he started in the he was 12 years old. He started in the 9th grade, and he saw that in India he couldn't go to the highest levels of his education. So in the 60s he came to America. He got into a PhD program, and he finished that program in 2.5 years. That's how smart this guy is. He's known as the modern-day Einstein. If you do your research, you'll see that he's written over 35 books, and half of those are textbooks. This man is a genius, and he formatted or formulated all the patent pending and the patented products that we're using here in Engage. And it's all based on micronutrients. These are so effective that after 9/11, they came to the attention of the Department of Defense, and they funded his research at $24 million, and thus we now have Engage Global Products. The flagship product is the Hydro product. These products not only protected our veterans, not only from the inside, but from the outside, but from the inside, from radiation and all these hazardous environmental things that are going on. The Engage Global Products will protect you from the inside out. So I'm very excited with working with Dr. Prasad. Just over the weekend, January 9th, he celebrated his 90th birthday. This Engage celebrated his 90th birthday in California. The man is 90 years old, but he looks like a 60-year-old man. He's in abundant health. He's strong as a bull, and it's only because of these Engage products. So I strongly encourage you all to take a look at my website, which is Food for Health. Use the number 4, don't spell it out, the foodforhealth.us, and you will see all the products that are in our store over there, and we can get you started on these products by just giving me a call at 240-524-2486. But I'm so excited because these products have done some miraculous things I've never seen done with other products. In the first 30 days, if you use these products for 90 days, I literally will say that it will change your life if you're consistently taking these products. And we just ask you to do one thing for 90 days. Whatever other products that you're taking, don't mix those two together because you won't know what is really doing the job for you. So that's the way these products work. They make money for you. They can start a new home-based business for you. They can give you tax write-offs. And the sky from there is the limit. Make this your last year of struggle because now you have the tools, you have the mentor that you need. We have Dr. Prasad. We have a great company that pays well. As I told you about that first money when you start marketing, up to $260, the company gives you all of that first order when you sign either a customer up or a distributor. All of that money is yours, and you will get half of it now, which is money in hand, and in 90 days, when that person holds that membership subscription for 90 days, you get the other half. You will never be without money again if you follow these simple instructions and just call me and let's get started. Peter, have anything to add?
All great information. So the most important thing is you get started, and some of the benefits of that Engage Health products or Engage Global rather, is that it'll do things, without making any medical claims, that might help repair the stuff that you need so you don't have to worry about stuff. And just as a very, very, very short tangent, and everybody always says, your health is everything until you don't have it anymore. So the reality is that I was just listening to Glenn Beck, and he had a guest on, and they were talking about that he was in a very medical situation, and it could go one way or another, either good or bad. And you just say, look at this. This guy spent his whole entire life doing all the things that he's done, whether you like him or you don't. You take a look at his accomplishments, and he does all this for all these different people, and he has his own radio show and everything, and yet one medical emergency can take him out forever. And then what a tragedy for the people that are responsible with him, and who knows what would happen with Blaze TV and Glenn Beck and all that sort of stuff if anything ever happened to him. Well, Preston, you're approaching your 90th birthday, and you're still going strong.
No, I just turned 78, Peter. I can't take the credit.
I thought you were going to be 90.
No, Dr. Prasad just turned 90 on the 9th.
Oh, okay. I remember making notes about you, and then maybe I interchanged his name with your thing. So you're 70.
Yeah.
But the reality is that besides just genetically bad eyes, because we both have glaucoma, which is a genetic disease, which you can't fix through nutrition, maybe. But the reality is that you haven't had to worry about your health.
No,
you're doing fine. No medications, no whatever.
None of that, Peter. None of that. I've never had an ache or pain because I was aware of natural nutrition since my 20s, and I don't have any aches, pains other than the glaucoma that was passed on to me by my grandfather. But I mean, it doesn't give me a problem. I've learned to compensate. But we have a product called Eye Boost and Brain Boost. Those have helped a lot. All of that burning of the eyes and the watering and the big colorful floaters, all that stuff is gone. So then there's technology too that can help. It helps me to compensate for my eyes because, for example, and this is something that somebody out there might need. Whenever there's a document that I need to read and be careful about what it is, and make sure I get the right concept. There's an app called Be My Eyes, and you can download that, and all you have to do is push the button. A volunteer comes on, and you point your camera at the document, and the person reads it for you. Now, isn't that great?
It's amazing.
I think that's awesome. It's all about learning technology. So I don't feel any deficit of because of my eyes. I have no aches, pains. I'm in good health. I have a special water that's high in hydrogen and oxygen. I mean, I'm at the top of my game. I feel like I've at least gone back to 35, 40 years of age. But it's because I focused on my health, because your health is your real wealth. Dollars and cents don't make sense when it comes to your health. Take the little money that you think that you want to put away, put that into your health. Get it going toward your health. It will, whatever you sow is what you will reap. You'll reap back much more than dollars and cents. And if you come into a health business as I am and engage by sharing health with others, you become healthy and you become wealthier at the same time. It's a win-win. So I encourage all to just open up your minds. Don't open mind. That's the only way it works. Everything else is like a parachute that doesn't open. The mind is like a parachute. If you don't open it, you're going to hit that ground hard. So let's keep an open mind. Give us a call at 240-524-2486, and let's get started cleaning up your debt and moving into abundance this year. Peter?
Excellent. We're going to be back next week on the Coach Gaymon Radio Network, and we will speak to you soon. Thanks, everyone.
You've been listening to Building Fortunes Radio on buildingfortunesradio.com. Thanks for listening. Be sure to check us out every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time for the designated Building Fortunes Radio segment with Peter Mingils. Be sure to check out the buildingfortunesradio.com website for our featured segments. It's been our privilege to have you listen in. At Building Fortunes Radio, we wish you the success you deserve and are willing to work for. So spread the word, tell a friend, join our newsletter, and go make a difference in your world.